On another mission, we do an exercise over in Thailand every year. It's called Cobra Gold, and it's a multinational joint exercise. And we had just dragged, we call it a fighter drag when we bring in a group of fighters into a faraway place. We're refueling them along the way. We call it a fighter drag. So we had done a fighter drag, bringing in some F-16s into Korat, Thailand, which is about an hour outside of Bangkok, and staying at a beautiful hotel. Unfortunately, when we landed, we had a hydraulic leak, so we were fairly hard broke. I mean, there's no way that we were getting out of there anytime soon. The break got even worse because when you're dealing with hydraulics and hazardous materials like that, the commercial airlines don't like it when when our maintenance folks from back home try and bring the hydraulics on us checked baggage. So that caused even further delays getting us fixed. Needless to say, we were there for 10 days. All the while, I'm getting numerous phone calls from the folks back home who are controlling us and helping us with the logistics, and also our squadron back home who's just trying to keep in touch with us. And I'm staying at this very nice hotel where most of the folks who work there speak both English and Thai. I happen to have a Thai boom operator on my crew who became very friendly with the gal at the front desk who was helping us out. And he spoke a little bit of Thai, and of course she spoke English, so they were getting along very well. And she had asked him after about day 3 why I was getting so many phone calls. And he explained to her that I was the aircraft commander and that it's necessary for me to take calls from different agencies. And she didn't understand what that meant. And he proceeded to tell her that, I think we had a crew of 9 folks at the time. He proceeded to tell her that I was in charge of these 9 men, it just so happened to be men, and that, I needed to take the phone calls. Again, she, although understood the words, just couldn't understand the concept. And he evidently explained it to her in a satisfactory manner, where the next day when I come down for breakfast, it was a fairly large breakfast, it was as if all the wait staff just kind of parted like the seas when I walked down. I thought, this is really odd. They all knew my name all of a sudden. Miss Marty, good morning. Sawadee ka. They're very, very friendly. And I thought, this was kind of odd. And after breakfast, I go back to my room, and sure enough, there's this huge basket of fruit and chocolates and drinks. And I thought, this is wonderful. But why'd they wait for day 3 for my welcome basket, And I asked the other folks on the crew if they got one, and they all said, no, what are you talking about?
Cirrus Design's Vision SJ50 single-engine personal jet offers exceptional fuel efficiency, flexible seating for up to 7, advanced avionics, and all the Cirrus safety features you expect, including the Cirrus airframe parachute system. With its detailed design, the Cirrus Vision is technologically advanced, yet engineered to be simple to fly, to allow owner pilots more lifestyle pursuits than any other personal aircraft. Learn more about the Vision SJ50 at cirrusdesign.com.
Well, it turns out that, I evidently had somewhat of a rock star status over there, because women just don't have those opportunities, and it was almost unfathomable for them to see me in a leadership position, and in a leadership position over the men, because the women are so subservient over there. It's just understood. And so for me to be in a leadership role leading men was unbelievable. So it was really an interesting experience. Of course, I took advantage of it every opportunity I could until our aircraft got fixed. But that was really neat. The ladies kind of looked at me with envy from that point on, like, wow, I have no idea what you have, but it looks pretty darn neat, and how fortunate I am to have the opportunities that I have. We were in a tent city on a Emirati air base. I bet I've deployed there, I don't know, I've lost count, between 12 and 15 times. Maybe the 2nd or 3rd deployment I was there, we had relocated from staying in a downtown facility. The Air Force had rented a nice high-rise apartment. Shortly after the Khobar Towers bombing in Saudi Arabia, they moved everybody on base for a more secure site. And we had a small, very small area, maybe a 1/4 mile in circumference. I knew that because I'd go jogging around there numerous times. And we were allowed in 2 other areas of the Emirati base, but other than that, the entire base was off limits. And additionally, anytime you went out, you were supposed to be accompanied by someone. You always traveled in pairs. However, if you were exercising and you went into these 2 areas, it was okay to go by yourself. So after having spent, last several weeks with the 3 guys on my crew, where we eat together, we work out together, we fly together, we do virtually everything together, watching movies and free time. And you know, after a while, you really just need some alone time.
From the mountains to the prairies, to the landings that we love, Garmin SVT, synthetic vision technology.
I started jogging by myself through this Emirati base housing where their officers lived. And I was just wearing standard workout clothes, what we would consider standard in the United States, just a T-shirt and a pair of shorts and my running shoes. And I'm jogging through this housing complex, and I see a couple kids playing soccer with their mom watching over them. Their mom is dressed completely in the black abaya, with just her eyes showing. And at one point, the kids let the ball go loose, and it started rolling towards me. So I stopped running, and I picked up the ball and tossed it back to them. And I just kind of took a break and started walking at that point. I looked at this woman, and you know, we're really not supposed to make any contact with these people or interrupt their lives at all. But I looked at this woman, and she looked back at me with this stare of longingness and curiosity, and she was almost, it was almost as if she envied what I was doing and what I had. And we kind of locked eyes for about a good 20 seconds, I thought. And I felt that for that time, we really understood each other, although we lived in completely, totally opposite worlds. For those few seconds, we just kind of connected, and I felt this longingness in her to, and maybe perhaps admiration that I had the freedom to actually go outside by myself, to wear what I chose to wear, to have that freedom that I don't think she would ever, in a million years, ever experience. So I walked as we kept our eyes on each other as I walked past her, and I continued my run. And as I turned back around, I again walked by her, and she just kind of held her head down, but I could just feel her looking at me underneath her veil, kind of again with that envy and that longingness, I suppose, for the lifestyle that I had. And it was at that moment that I realized I appreciated the fact that I was born an American woman. I like to say that I've won life's lottery. You know, I've had so many opportunities. I've traveled, 6 of the 7 continents. I've been to every state and, over 30 countries. And it's really been a fantastic life that I've lived, and I'm not sorry for anything. And I'm really pretty grateful, And it takes moments like that you appreciate what you have. And I'm willing to share that with others, and I like to be able to give that back to others. That's why I'm such a big proponent of encouraging both men and women to join the Air Force if they don't know what to do. It's certainly offered me tremendous opportunities. I'm really grateful for that.